Hey everybody, it is 6:30 my time, 7:30 if you are in Mississippi. It's time to go live. I am so excited to tell you about Norwex, and I want to shout out to my wonderful husband who's going to be the cameraman. So if you have any, there he is. If you have any comments, he will be the one reading them to me. So, and please ask questions. It's weird because I'm just talking into my camera. It takes away the whole interaction. So please ask any questions that you can think of, okay? So I'm just going to show you stuff that we talked about this week. I'm going to start with our EnviroCloth. Now this is what put Norwex on the map. And what makes our EnviroCloth different than anything else you can get is, number one, it's extremely dense. So by definition, microfiber has to be 1/6 the strand of the human hair. Well, that's the cheap stuff. Ours is 1/200th. If you were to unravel this one cloth, it would reach from Canada to Mexico. This is 1,800 miles of microfiber. So there's nothing like it on the market. So everything, you think of all the little fibers in here as being just tiny little hands grabbing stuff up. And that's what's important about microfiber is it cleans mechanically. It actually picks up bacteria, picks up debris. It doesn't kill them. It doesn't dissolve them. It picks it up. And then you rinse it out into the sink and it goes away. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But another thing that really makes our microfiber unique is we have what's called backlock. And essentially what that is silver that is in the cloth. It's not sprayed on or cooked on or anything like that. It was put in the cloth as it was liquid. So what silver does is it prevents bacteria from growing. So if you think of it kind of as like birth control for bacteria. So let's say that I'm going to wipe up something gross and disgusting. I rinse it off in the sink. I let it dry, and it has to hang from a corner because the air needs to circulate around it. That silver that's in here is going to prevent the bacteria from multiplying. This is wonderful because what that means for us is our stuff doesn't get stinky. We don't have to wash it. I seriously wash my kitchen microfibers that I use every single day, every couple of weeks, if that. I mean, if you can imagine just a regular wash rag, there's no way you would use that for 2 weeks. There's just no way at all. So that's what I really want you to understand about our microfiber is it's different. It's like comparing like ground beef to prime rib. You know, yeah, they're both beef, but it's very, very different. And that's why you don't find our microfiber at Walmart. You can only get it through us, stuff that's this good. And I wish you could touch it because you would feel it almost has a weird, I can feel like it catches, like if you have really dry hands, it's going to catch on your hands and you're not going to like it as much. But it's super, super thick. You see if I hold it up to the light does not shine through it at all. So what I want to tell you, we talked about how it mechanically cleans. Well, there's 3 ways that you can clean. And one way is mechanically, which I'm going to show you. Another way is thermally, which, you know, is wonderful, steam cleaning, but that's not very convenient and it's hard to use. You know, just you can't bring it in your car with you and wipe up the shopping cart quick or anything. And then, of course, the other way that you can clean is chemically. Now, especially with COVID and other bacteria that's out, chemical will kill germs, but here's the deal. You're probably not doing it right, okay? If you flip around your wipes or you flip around your spray and read the back of it, it has to sit on the germs for 4 minutes before it kills it. And then you have to wipe it away after that. Well, who does that? And if you don't wipe it away after that, what do you have left behind? You have a very toxic chemical residue that is going to infiltrate anything that you touch, anything you put on the counter, you know, your kids, your food, your pets, everything, it's going to get into it. And one thing that I really had to get my head around is clean doesn't have a smell. If you walk into a house and it smells like somebody just cleaned, what you're smelling is the chemicals that are making it smell like lemon or making it smell like pine. That is what you're smelling. And if you remember back to science class, the chemicals are like molecules floating through the air. Well, if you're breathing them, they're going in your body, and then as they settle down, where are they landing? They're on your floor. Well, who else is on your floor? Your pets, your kids. It's extremely toxic, and the chemical burden we have in our bodies today is it's crazy. Adults have 700 chemicals in their bloodstream, 700. We get that just by touching something that was cleaned with a disinfectant. It absorbs into our skin within like 38 seconds. It's ridiculous. We also breathe in chemicals. We eat chemicals. One of, I think, the saddest statistics that I've learned is newborn babies in the United States today. I know, Drew, you've heard me say this a ton of times, right?
I have. I was just thinking about all that chemicals, and I could tell you Aubrey Russell's had way too much chemicals around him, because he's on here. I can see him.
Well, good. But no, Drew, tell us, how many chemicals are in a newborn baby's cord blood?
More than I even want to tell you.
200. 200. It's like we are getting to be the science experiment of our time. Never in our lives have we been exposed to chemicals everywhere, in our house, out of our house. Now, and that's really what Norwex is about. We can't stop chemicals that are going on outside of our house very easily. I mean, we can try and we lobby and, we do things to stop that, but we can stop them from coming in. And one of the biggest ways we bring chemicals in is with cleaning products. So I want to show you just how good our microfiber works. Okay, so what I want to show you, we've all seen this, right? If you're not vegetarian, I should say, you've seen this.
That actually looks kind of gross.
It is gross. Yeah. This is chicken. What I'm going to do, this is my cloth that I like to just keep nice for demoing. I'm grabbing my microfiber. And see, this is what I do here. I told you that you need to hang your stuff up. Command hooks are my friend. I just put them on the inside of my doors. So this one's already wet, so I just clean it up for dinner, but I'm going to get it good and wet. Wring it out good. So this is good and damp. You see, it's not dripping, but it's just good and damp. Okay, and the right way to clean, so if I fold this 4 ways, I have 8 different surfaces here. The more little leggies on here grabbing, the better. So you want to keep it flat. You don't want to scrunch it up. But with this one cloth with 8 surfaces, I can go through, start top down and clean, just wipe down my whole kitchen. But this is what I want to show you though. Okay, so we are going to put some raw chicken on. Oh, that got really drippy. But there it is, right? Oh, and this is the Norwex cutting board, by the way. I've been cutting on this for 6 months. You can tell it's not scratched up. This is made out of rice husks. So eventually, at the end of its life cycle, it's going to end up dissolving instead of taking up place in a landfill, which I think is awesome. Now, I'm going to put a protein tester on this. Now, this is what the health department uses. If you have ever worked in the food service industry, this is what they come in to test for. And they're testing for protein. You can't really test for bacteria because it's very cost prohibitive. There's so many different types. There's E. coli, there's rotavirus, there's all the different bacteria and viruses, and each one would need its own little test. But the one thing that bacteria have in common is that they feed off of protein. So if there is no protein, there is no bacteria. So again, if you are in the food industry, you've seen these before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my swab and go over this. Okay, that's good and chicken juicy, right? I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to release the solution in here. And if you can see here what we're looking for, if there's protein, it's going to be purple. If there's not protein, it's going to be green. Okay, so I don't think anybody's going to be too surprised when they see that that's purple, correct?
It's purple to me.
It is purple. All right, so I'm going to take my environmental cloth. Remember, this is just damp and it's just water. Okay, now I have cleaned just the surface of that. So I'm going to do this again. Okay, now, remember what we're looking for? We're looking for some of it gone, all of it gone. Any ideas? What do you think it's going to be?
Well,
Is anybody commenting? Is anybody there?
No, Aubrey's a little twerked up because I invoked his name. That's about it. He's
Okay, you can get him back at Crazy Horse. I'll help you come up with something. But look at that. It's green. There is no bacteria there, which to me is absolutely amazing.
And this is not smoke and mirrors, I'll tell you.
No, he's seen me do this a ton of times. I have to buy these separately. Norwex doesn't sell them. You have to buy them separately. These are $2 each. You wouldn't believe me if Norwex bought it or made them, right? You wouldn't believe it at all. So what's important now, so this is dirty, okay? So what I would do, I'm gonna come over, and this is how you rinse it. Okay, I'm just rinsing it, I'm kind of rubbing it within itself. Wring it out. And I'm going to use it again, so I'm not going to hang it up, but I would go to hang it up in my little hook here. So what's important to know, for the back lock to work, it has to totally dry. Now, what I have found is when I clean up after dinner, it will not be dry by the time breakfast comes around and I wipe down after breakfast. So what I do is I have two. Look, I switch back and forth every other day between my two cloths, and that beats the system there. Then I know that I'm always using a clean cloth. Now, would I wipe my grandbaby's face with this cloth right now after cleaning kitchen, or after cleaning kitchen, after cleaning the chicken? Probably not. Would I wipe my grandbaby's face with this one that's totally dry, even though I cleaned chicken with it yesterday? Absolutely. There's no bacteria in here. It did not multiply. You want to smell that, baby?
Smells good. Or nothing.
Yeah,
it smells like nothing.
It doesn't smell like anything because we don't use additives in our laundry stuff. But what's important, it does not smell like anything. I have not washed this in 2 weeks, probably. Mm-hmm. So it saves me time. It saves us money because we are not using paper towels. I just use these, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So that's our EnviroCloth. I use this for bathrooms. I clean everything in my bathroom with this except for the inside of my toilet. I use a toilet brush on. I'll wipe down the mirrors. I'll wipe down the counter. I go over and do the toilet. It takes me like 10 minutes to clean, do a quick clean in our bathroom, which is awesome. But the other thing that you need is the window cloth. Now these two work together kind of like Bert and Ernie. You don't ever want to use the window cloth without using this first. This really acts more, I like to think of it as a princess cloth because you don't want to go clean up a spill with this. You want to come after it. It makes it very shiny. So it's just, shine stuff up, makes it sparkle just like a princess would do, right? So what's cool about this though is there is nothing on this planet that will clean windows and mirrors better than the combination of our EnviroCloth and our window cloth. And I want to show you something. Oh, I forgot to pull the butter out, but I'm at my house, so this is easy to do. I'm sorry we went to have this out.
What do you got? I can't keep up with you. What do you want? There we go.
That's it.
I can't keep up with you.
I know, that's why.
All right. So
it's much better that you're holding this instead of me trying to run around. So here I just have some butter. I'm going to show you something.
this is like my favorite.
This is your favorite?
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's very cool. Okay, so
that's like a grandkids thing right there.
That is like yeah. We just had Gemma here a couple days ago. Oh my gosh, that girl! Doesn't she get into everything? She's just so funny. But okay, so we have butter on this, and I'm just doing. What really, baby?
No, butter. Yeah, right there. This is butter with sea salt.
Yes.
Okay.
It's real butter. I promise. So I'm going to first. I'll wipe it with the EnviroCloth. Now, mind you, this is not breaking anything up. This is just picking it up, and when I follow it with this, I mean, look at that shine.
Look at that. That's
it's amazing. And see, I mean, I still have a little grease on my fingers. You can see it. But
that's as smooth as Aubrey's forehead right there.
Baby.
he's making comments.
To help Aubrey out here because Drew might need a little. Okay, but again, windows, mirrors, chrome. This stove was such a beast for me to keep clean before I discovered Norwex, because I'd have to do it with a washcloth.
Yeah, it's that black gloss stuff. It's so hard.
It is. It's horrible. And now I'm finding I don't even really need to use this. Just the EnviroCloth alone, wiping up. I mean, this does not have the window cloth on it. I clean this good about once every 2 weeks now. We're actually pull everything off and wipe it down good. But look at this is after me frying.
It's hard to tell from Tim.
Yeah,
I get a little gloss from it. I'm going to go down low because look, when it goes low, you can really see scuff. You normally see scuff marks, but that's like unheard of. Normally, you have to like get auto wax to do that.
I'm just saying, this has changed my life. It has cut down my cleaning in half. Some little tips that I do, I just leave one of these in our bathroom. When you host a show, a lot of times you get really pretty colored ones, and they have different ones available. I just leave it in my bathroom because we have big glass doors, and I have a mitt I'm going to show you here in a little bit that I just wipe down my shower with, and if I want it to look really sparkly, I just follow it with this. It's like, since I've been using Norwex, I have not gone in and pulled everything out of my shower and had to wipe everything down. Just keeping up on it that couple minutes every day with this, without any toxic cleaners. Water only is all I need. And I want to tell you a little bit about taking care of your Norwex, okay? You do not want to use fabric softener or dryer sheets. You do not want to use bleach. And we really want you to use a detergent that does not have any fillers. Ours is the best, but they do have other ones on the market. And what I always do, I just grab my little laundry bag, is I put them in here because microfiber picks up lint like crazy. And by just washing and drying it in your little laundry bag, that's not going to happen. So just a really handy little tip. Okay, so there's the microfiber EnviroCloth window cloth. Let's talk about our dust mitt. I really like this. This again is a very thick microfiber, and it acts with kind of an electric charge, and it goes super fast. You need to activate it first, okay, because now it has a static cling to it, and I like it because, you know, it's super easy to dust and quick for stuff like this. It's really easy to get into all the corners, and if you really want to dust fast, you get 2 of them, and you can go right through. But this one's a little bit harder to demo for me. I haven't found something that I like that will show really well. But I'm just going to show you just a little bit of flour here. It's not a whole lot there.
Hard to see what the...
Do you not see it? See, I tried different things here.
All right, there it goes.
Okay, and I've discovered it does take 2 swipes, but it just picks it right up. Now again, see, there's a chunk of flour there, but picks it right up. And because you're not leaving any residue behind with some kind of a spray polish, there's nothing for dust to be attracted to, and it stays cleaner. You don't have to dust it as often, which is wonderful. And it's not disposable. You either rinse it off in your sink or you throw it in your wash. So again, you're not adding to the landfill. You're not cutting down trees so you can get a clean one every time. Okay, I want to show you a little secret with this. Now I'm going to open our window, and we are having a little bit of a storm outside right now. So it's going to be cold, so I'm going to do this quick. So it's dark out right now, so I hope you'll be able to see this. But this dust cloth damp will clean a screen. Listen to that wind. It's
oh yeah,
really
it's blowing.
nasty out.
It's blowing really good out there.
We have to get a better light here. It's not super dirty, but it picked up stuff.
Oh, that was from the screen?
That was from the screen, yeah. So normally, you know, cleaning the screens, pulling them all out, taking them to the, you know, either the bathtub and scrubbing them or hosing them down, or, you know, right now, you just wipe them down with this. I love this. This is great if you live by the beach. Those of you in Mississippi, you keep one in your car. Nothing will brush sand off of bodies and beach balls and toys better than this before you bring it in your car. Our pet mitt is similar to this, but only it's bigger and thicker, but you can also use this for cleaning off your pet's paws. If they're coming in from being dirty outside, you just grab our little dog is sleeping somewhere, so I can't demo on her, but you just, you can wipe their paws. She had vaccines today, so she's probably not too happy with this right now. She's sleeping it off, so. But that is our dust mitt. Again, machine wash and dry, or you just rinse it out and let it dry. The cleaning paste. This is one of my favorites. You know what's so funny is I find myself doing this. Everything I demo, I just like love. And then I got to thinking, is there ever been a Norwex product that I haven't liked? And actually there is one that I don't like, but I'm not going to talk about it. So there you go. Okay, so this has a very fine grit to it. So this would be what you would clean. I'll do a little bit of my oven so you can see grills, anything that, you know, something that's spilled and dried on in the fridge and you need a little bit more oomph than just a cloth. And this is made out of marble paste, coconut oil, and detergent. And that's all that it is. So if you do tackle your oven, you're not going to have a headache. Drew, smell that. Tell them what it smells like. Got a very loud sniff there.
It's got a sweet smell.
Yeah, it smells very fresh and good, and it does not give you a headache, which so many cleaners do. Like if you're going to tackle your stove, which I'll show you here in a minute. But I just want to jump ahead a little bit. Both Kim and Brooke need one booking to unlock all of their rewards. One. And that can be a Facebook party or it can be an in-home party. I'm not going to drive to Mississippi to do a in-home party, so it's got to be Facebook.
They just need to get on it then.
They need to get on it?
Yeah.
Okay. But I want to show you. So I've got, this is our sample size. The big one is more about this size, and they actually studied it has 3,800 swipes in it. So it will last you for 3 to 5 years probably. Okay, but I just want to show you what this does here. And that was a Sharpie. And this is leftover tile from our bathroom, but see, that's a Sharpie. So it came right off. That's not a window thing. And let me just show you over here in our oven. I gotta move this over here. Okay, so oven door, not the cleanest you've ever seen. Look what this does. How about that, huh?
That's crazy. I mean, that's I used to work in it at the previous house so hard. How does this do on the fireplaces? You know, with the gas fireplaces, it gets the soot.
We pulled ours apart, and I cleaned the glass part with it on our fireplace. It worked really well, didn't it? We have an issue with what are those called? Those moths.
The Miller moths? Yeah.
And they like to die in our fireplace. Now, say I work out, there's some spots here and whatnot, but I'm not going to clean my oven tonight. I just wanted to show you how much I love this cleaning paste. There's just a ton of uses for this. You can use it on like patio furniture, RVs, and boats. Those of you who have RVs, Steve and Jenny, I hope you're listening. You need to have Norwex in your RV. It doesn't take up any room. There's no chemicals. Everything is multi-use. With like these products is like all you need to keep your RV clean. Get a different cloth for your outside stuff, you know, and then Steve can go clean the outside of his RV while you clean the inside of yours with this. This is wonderful for RVs because it does take up such little room.
Yeah, Jenny will have to do that. Steve's not good at execution. So.
Is Jenny on?
I can't tell.
Okay.
I don't have my glasses on.
So, poor Brooke, I have to explain, my one of my hostesses is my cousin, so I actually have relatives on, so, you know, they always like to give me a hard time, and Drew especially. I mean, everybody's nice to me. They just like to give Drew a hard time. Okay, I want to talk about our laundry detergent. So this again is a sample size. What you buy is 100 loads, which is about this size of a bag. This is all you use for a load of laundry. Now, depending on how hard your water is, if you have a front load or a top load, that's what I use for a load of laundry for us. There is nothing in this but detergent. And you have to really think, those of you that really like high-end exercise clothes like Kelston and like myself and a bunch of us on there, synthetic fabrics do not let go of fillers that are in laundry detergent. And by using the cheaper laundry detergent, you're going to ruin your clothes faster because the elastic is not going to let go of the additives and the fillers, and they're just not going to last as long. So if you're going to be buying really nice exercise clothes in general, I mean, that's what wears clothes out more than anything else is washing them. So you want to be using just the purest thing you have, leave nothing behind. There is a teaspoon of detergent in here, and you can see how clear that is. I mean, I challenge you to take the detergent you're using now at home, put that in water, and see what's left behind. But this is also great, you know, babies, people who have skin conditions, nothing is left behind. There's like a whole list of, I don't have my glasses on, but a whole list of what it doesn't have in it. It's pure detergent. You can dilute this in water and use it as an all-purpose cleaner because it's just detergent. So, you know, for help for cleaning like those RVs, or if your dog gets mud all over the floor and you just need a little extra besides the EnviroCloth, this is great.
All right, baby, you got a question.
Yes.
I should put my glasses on.
You should.
This is from Kayla. So when drying, what do you put on your wool ball to make your clothes have a good smell? Do you use anything?
I personally don't use anything. That's something to talk about though. So again, if you're smelling something in your laundry, it is chemicals that you're smelling, okay? So you don't want those because they are absorbing into your body. I have gotten to the point where I want things to smell like nothing. I mean, I love my perfume. I don't want it to clash with my clothes. But the one thing that works really great with Norwex stuff is essential oils. So you use a dryer ball. If you want to come over here, look over here, baby. We're going to make you come over to our laundry area.
I already got my 10,000 steps in, so.
You're fine. Okay, so dryer balls, you would put a couple of drops of essential oil in the dryer ball, but you don't want to do it right before you put it in. I would actually get in the habit of doing it right after because you don't want the oil sitting on the top because it might transfer to clothes that way. So or like when you're putting them in the wash, you know, do it then so it's not immediately, but essential oils are the way to smell. But eventually you start just kind of getting your head around, I don't want your clothes to smell like anything. They should just smell clean and fresh, not like, you know, whatever you're using to make them smell. And let me just show you here, this is not something that we sell. You can get this wherever. This is white vinegar. This is what I use in place of fabric softener in my fabric softener dispenser. Use about 1/2 cup of white vinegar. That helps to soften your clothes. It helps to keep the dyes dark in your clothes. And it also helps with smells if you live with men or boys and your laundry gets stinky. Right.
You're not talking about me, I hope.
No, of course not. Okay, so what I just showed you is the Safe Haven 5, and I pulled out a couple of other things that I want to show you. Let me just show you the mop. Because everybody loves the mop, and rightfully so. So this is adjustable. To correctly be good to your back, you want it about nose height. And it's just a movement like this. Now, I'm not going to have a lot because I brushed my bottom today and all that good stuff. But notice how I'm keeping my back straight as I'm doing this. There's a little ledge here, so you can hang it on a corner if you need to do something. So this is a total swivel here, and there's a little lock here to make it just go up and down, so you can use it on windows or walls. And also this little ball, if you have linoleum floors, this will take off those scuff marks. But what's really cool is our interchangeable pads. So when you get a kit, you will get the wet and dry. So this is the dry, this is like an EnviroCloth. right on here. You can now get the rubber brush with the mop pad, and you just brush off the stuff into the garbage. This is our wet pad. You get this wet. Now you can kind of see the size of our house. I end up getting this wet, rinsing it out and getting it wet one more time to do this big area. But you can also just use water, and again, to spray on, and you can just use essential oil in the water if you want to have that scent. We have a couple of different pads. Chenille, which looks kind of like this.
And before you do that, baby, you got a question.
Yes.
Tristan also wanted to know what cloth you used when you cleaned the oven.
Oh, I just use the Enviro cloth.
Enviro cloth, okay.
Yep.
There you go.
That's the Enviro for everything. That's your go-to cloth. You can use it for everything. The chenille pad is little nubbies like this, which is great if you have animals. This will pick up hair better than anything. We have a tile pad that has a little more of a texture to it. Again, just water. You throw these off, you put them in the washing machine, wash and dry. You're not using any chemicals. You're not leaving any chemical residue on your floors where your babies are, where your pets are. I love this. And I don't see me using this to where it won't work anymore. I may end up replacing the pads eventually, but really it's the last mop you're going to buy. And you're not going to throw anything away. You're not going to be tugging around a bucket. You're not going to be, throwing stuff in the trash. You're not going to be using chemicals. I love this mop. Let's see if I can stand it up without falling over. Okay, let me show you other stuff here. One of my favorites. I call this the nothing but net cloth, and you can see why. So this is super versatile. So this is what I use in my kitchen. You can see I have mine hanging right here. This is my scrubby, what I use on pots and pans. And then I have a heavy dutier one if that won't work, but this one usually does. You can put this down in the bottom of your sink and put like your strawberries and whatnot on to wash them, and then pull them up to drain them. You can use this over a can of like beans to drain out the liquid. This takes off bugs off of cars without damaging paint better than anything we've found yet without using any chemicals. And I gotta tell you, this is my favorite use for this now. I saw a video of someone who cut open a loofah sponge. You know what loofahs are, for taking your shower with. And let me tell you, if it doesn't get dry in the inside of it, there is a whole colony of bacteria in the middle of your loofah sponge. There's a whole colony of bacteria even in your body puffs because they don't get dry in the middle. So when this crunches up, what does that look like? I just put my body wash right on here. Obviously I have one in my bathroom that's just for that. But this is what I use for a body puff. And then when I'm done, I rinse it out and it dries like this. So there's not bacteria growing on it. These are wonderful, wonderful. And actually the blue ones, they have discontinued the color and they are on the warehouse sale flyer that I posted before. So this is a great, great cloth. I wanted to show, who was it that asked about this? This is our fruit and vegetable cloth. It's hard to see. You can maybe kind of hear. This is a super rough side.
Oh yeah.
Here. And this will take off wax, it will take off dirt. If you have chickens, this is great for taking off the debris from the eggs, to make them look nice because you don't want to get them wet. And then this side is for polishing. So I want to show you, I'm going to go get this wet. There we go. We have the new fancy motion detector thing there. And when it works, it's great. Okay, I just want to show you. I hope you're going to be able to see. That's the one thing that's so hard about doing this on TV. So can you see this is just a carrot here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to show you how good that takes off. Look at that.
Hard to tell here, but from my point of view, in the light here, it's a huge difference.
I wish I could show you better, but again, it's hard to see on this. But you wouldn't even need to peel this anymore. You could just eat. You would eat that, right? It's not.
Well, I have braces.
Yes, you would eat that a year from now. So, but for potatoes, just any type of fruit or vegetable that you're going to eat. This is just a go-to. This is the fruit and veggie cloth. Have you tried our kitchen towels yet? These have the back lock in them so they don't get stinky. These are super absorbent. They pick up liquid. They do not leave lint when you're drying dishes, and they dry super quick. And these, along with the kitchen washcloths, come in a bunch of colors. Love these. Love this. This is our body and face cloth. This is what I use now to take my makeup off and to wash my face with. I don't even really need cleanser. Now with mascara, you know, I might need to go over it twice, but this has such a nice exfoliating in it, and it takes off bacteria. So now I really like my soaps, my body wash, and the things that I use on my face, so I'm not going to give them up and switch over. But there are some people, if I told you you didn't have to use soap anymore, you'd be like, thank God, because maybe it's a baby, maybe it's someone with super sensitive skin, maybe it's someone who's undergoing chemo and has just horrible skin problems right now. You can take off the bacteria and wash with only this cloth. And it's super soft when you get it wet. So this is our body and face cloth. I love this. This is our Mitt. Tristan was asking about this. I want to show you this. Okay, so it's a thick, plush, EnviroCloth basically, a little bit plusher on one side. And then it has kind of a scratchy, again, it's hard to see it, you know, here. But this, the best way to use this is to just leave it in your bathroom. And then after you're done taking a shower, you do a quick wipe down of your shower. And like I said, I do that, and then I keep one of these in my bathroom. So like if we're having company come over or it's looking a little grungy, I'll go over it with this. But that's all you have to do. And if you have soap scum that you need to work off, this, along with whatever I did with my cleaning paste, the cleaning paste with a scratchy surface will take off soap scum like nothing else. I mean, it works so good. But then again, you just want to let this hang up to dry. If you want to know if something has backlock in it, you can always look at the tag. But it tells you on the tag what it is. And Norwex always has tags. So if you run across some EnviroCloth, oh, this looks like a Norwex. If it doesn't have a tag, it's not a Norwex. Okay. And we make our stuff, we're very sustainable in our factories. Our factories, the water actually comes out cleaner than when it goes in. Norwex takes the environment very seriously, and we have the best practices, really, of any company that I've seen. Okay, I'm going to show you this little puppy. I love this. This is one of my favorite things ever. I wish I would have had these when I had little kids. Okay, these have back lock. So as they dry, there's not going to be bacteria. They're not going to be smelly. You notice it's about the size of a paper towel. And I used to demo with the paper towels. I didn't grab them this time. I feel like you can see that. This is a 1/4 cup of water. These are super absorbent. So you don't have to have a little, you know, it comes with this. You can do this. This is the set, the box set of the counter cloth. You can just have a little basket or, you know, whatever you want on your counter. Look at that. 1/4 cup.
Yep. I was trying to do that with a single piece of paper towel.
Well, what we've done is we've ripped off paper towels, and it takes, what, 6 paper towels to get that? And then what do you do with them? You throw them away.
Right.
I mean, the trees that are getting ripped or cut down for paper towels, the numbers are just scary. I don't even want to say what they are because I don't know them offhand, but it's like in the millions. It's so scary. And these dry super fast. So the hardest thing is, like, I just keep mine right over here. This is where I used to keep my paper towels. And you grab for this when you need to wipe something up. You grab for this when you need to clean up a baby. Because I remember how many faces and hands, and you know, you just are constantly cleaning that up. And honestly, if I had littles, because I'd be using them all the time on their face, I would probably have 3 or 4 of these hanging, like on the back of their high chair or on the inside of a cabinet. Or, you know, they have such cute little hook hanger things that you can hang them from and whatnot. But these are wonderful. Oh, and let me show you one more thing that these are really good for. See in our fridge here. These will keep produce super fresh because they absorb a 1/4 cup of water. So I just keep them in there, and it really helps. to keep our produce fresh. Okay, I think I covered everything I wanted to cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you again, both Brooke and Kim need you to book a party so that they can open up all of their rewards. Facebook party is super easy. I just work with you to invite people, and all you really have to do is just comment and keep people engaged. It's not hard at all, but that's how I grow my business. And kind of the way I feel is like we all have cleaning. I mean, we all have to clean. Why wouldn't you buy from me as opposed to Walmart or something? I mean, it's like, you know, the money that I make, I'm using to buy my grandkids gifts, and you know, it's just so much more small business like than, you know, buying from a big company. So please support your hostesses. And I posted what the March rewards are. April, we're traveling a lot, so I could bump to May if you're not ready, you know, to do a party in March, but they will get so much free stuff, and you will get so much free stuff by booking a party. Okay, right when I get off, I'm gonna post my link again. I just use a link tree now. It works great. You just go on there. If you're Kim Russell's party, you order there. If you're Brooke Sanchez's party, you order there. There's different videos on there. There's a really great before and after book. I have, what else do I have on there? Oh, like a catalog. You can download the catalog. We have the new little mini catalog out now that has a bunch of great little colors in it and just limited edition things. So I really hope that you're going to be supporting our friends, and I want you guys to just have a great night. Let me know, are there any more questions?
No, Atlee says hi though.
Well, hi, Atlee.
The cutie.
She is. So, okay, we are going to keep ordering open, I believe, until Saturday. So if you have any questions, be sure to reach out to me or reach out to your hostesses, and we will answer them. And thank you guys so much for giving up about 40 minutes, which tends to be what they want, about 40 minutes. So
Excellent.
40 minutes of your night, and everybody have a great night. Bye.